Good morning. It's your buddy Mike Kneuer here, aka What Mike Eats, on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Today I want to talk to you about milk. People love their milk. They love their dairy products, their ice cream, yogurt, cheese, all this other stuff. And it's kind of a touchy subject. I used to drink milk all the time growing up. I used to probably drink like a half a gallon a day at least. I would have it in my cereal, in my protein shakes. I would drink it by the glass. I was led to believe that milk was really healthy through really good advertising, the milk mustache campaign with all, the childhood heroes wearing their little white mustache, showing that they drank milk and it made them, big and strong. But it's not really the case. Milk is actually pretty disgusting. Aside from the fact that the FDA allows a certain percentage of pus and blood to be in the milk, which is just nasty, you're not really meant to be drinking milk except when you're a baby, and only the milk of your mother or your own species. There's no other animal on the planet besides human beings that drink the milk of another animal. And there's no other animals that drink even their mother's milk when they're not babies anymore. Milk is the perfect thing to turn a baby calf into a 2,000-pound animal. Not necessarily something that is good for people that want to be 100 or 200 pounds. Not really that good. Also, milk these days is produced on what are called factory farms. Now, back in the day, when Grandma and Grandpa had a farm, they had a cow out there, they went out there and they, milked it out themselves. Not so bad. Still not ideal and optimal for humans to eat, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it is today. Today, the dairy industry uses tons and tons of hormones to make the cows produce more milk, and tons of antibiotics, because the cows are living in such horrible conditions that disease would spread rampant. So they prematurely give them antibiotics as a preventative measure, which ends up getting passed through to the milk. So now you're drinking milk that has blood, pus, hormones, and antibiotics. So it's no wonder that kids are hitting puberty at like 12 now, and it's just crazy. But anyway, milk is pretty gross. Some good alternatives to milk. Now this goes to all dairy, because the hormones and the antibiotics that are in the milk's used to make the cheese. So boom, now you got hormones and blood and pus in your cheese. Disgusting. Also, by consuming products that are tainted with antibiotics, that makes your body kind of makes them less effective when you do take them, because if you constantly have them even in small amounts in your system, they're going to lose their effectiveness. That's why there's all these super bugs and super viruses and stuff that people are concerned about now, and antibiotics aren't as effective as they used to be. Some good alternatives for milk that I always use. I use cashew milk. Now, cashew milk is kind of a misnomer. It's not actually milk. There's no nipple on a cashew. They don't lactate. So it's actually cashew juice, which is just ground up blended cashews mixed with some filtered water. The reason I prefer cashew milk is because it's a little bit creamier than almond milk, and it kind of is a little bit more naturally, it's kind of the same consistency as regular milk, more than the other alternatives of almond milk, rice milk. It's important when looking at your substitutes to make sure that they are not sweetened. Some cashew milks, almond milks have 15-20 grams of sugar, and that's not good for you. So they have unsweetened. I get the unsweetened vanilla cashew milk. This brand Silk is pretty good. I use that with my protein shakes. If I do, on the rare event, have some granola cereal after a hard workout or something, I'll use that as well. So yeah, stay away from milk unless of course you're a baby cow, and enjoy your weekend.